This is To Be or Not to Be, a store that sells supplies to beekeepers such as honey, hives, suits, among other things. Vicki Malone owns the store, a woman with a noble and worthy cause: the preservation and survival of the bee species.
The bees are actually very mystical if you watch them. They're absolutely amazing. In 2008, I read that the bees were all dying and felt like I needed to get involved. Everybody that comes in the store, we try to educate them on how to be successful taking care of bees, but there's no guarantees. It's very strong in Colorado, I feel. So big numbers all along the Front Range for sure.
Like all good causes, this one is not a light one, and it's something that won't be done in a day. There aren't that many people who are aware of the problem.
Occasionally I get people who come in that think they're going to make a lot of money selling honey. We're only interested in the plight of the bee and keeping the bee alive. That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to help people understand what's going on. And usually the people that come in the store, they understand that too. A good number of the people that come in the store are there just to help the bees. If they get honey, that's the frosting on the cake. But normally they're there just to help the plight of the bees and help them stay alive.
Fortunately, Vicki has a plan that could save these poor creatures.
And if everybody realized how important it was to plant flowers that are pollinator friendly, we happen to be a society that every blade of grass has to be green and every flower has to be perfect, and this is killing the bees. By them dying by the millions, what's going on in the greater picture of what we're doing to our ground.
By saving the bees, Vicki will also save the human race.
Education and understanding what's going on with the bees is vital, and it is vital to everybody, and it is vital to our existence. Supposedly, we will not live much beyond that. So people have to understand this is a crisis situation, and we have caused it ourselves, and we need to do something about it.
My name is Donna Olson. I am the coffee shop manager and lead trainer for Emily's Coffee in the Pathways program. I kind of came to it from two totally different paths, and I really loved education and I really love coffee. So I very luckily found a job that lets me do both, which you don't really find a whole lot. The Pathways program is a job training program for immigrants and refugees. So we focus primarily on refugee populations who are coming in from very difficult situations. Our goal is not to train baristas specifically, but to train our students to work with customers in a variety of environments. When you add in students, and then you add in students, not just regular students who are learning and don't know what they're doing, but also have varying levels of English speaking ability. I was a theater major, so I call it a comedy of errors when everything just goes wrong. And those are the days where you have to take a deep breath and have a sense of humor. I work really hard and I'm trying a lot of new things. So I kind of feel like I've been in a pretty constant state of experimentation. And, you know, I think in any teaching situation, a lot of it depends on the student's motivation and what they want to learn and what they want to get out of it. You know, for a student who's super motivated, they don't need a whole lot of help from me. For other students, I like to try to give them some motivation. So yeah, I feel like I am pretty effective for the folks who really want to be here and want to get a job.
Denim is
an advocate,
educator,
trusted provider,
basic human and employment services
to vulnerable people in Greater Denver,
inspiring hope,
transforming lives,
working to end poverty.
Denim has really helped me to see that poverty is everywhere and that it has multiple faces. That it's also cyclical, that it's something that we inherit in our families. It's a mentality that we don't even identify unless we're coming in from the outside. And that really education on all on all ends is essential to being able to transform not only individuals but communities. We're really discovering as a society is that hunger is represented in things that we never imagined, such as obesity, that nutrition is such a huge part of hunger issues, and that this cuts across the board because it's access to healthy, organic foods that are incredibly expensive. So whether you live in Greenwood Village or you live off of Colfax in Denver, the obstacles are very similar.
I got sick and couldn't work, and I got behind in my rent, and somebody told me to come down here again for the services, and they were great. They paid a young lady, her name is Lindsay. She got with me, she referred me to another agency. They paid my back rent, they paid my legal fees, you know, and that took a great deal of worry from me because I actually was losing everything. It's hard to be a senior citizen and just one day you lose everything and find somebody that's willing to help you and treat you like an adult and a respect level. So I find this place great. I don't know about the rest of the world, but I love it here. When you're broke and you go into an agency and they talk and treat you like, you know, you're the dirt under their feet. When I came in here, as of now, I've never had that feeling like, you know, you're a parasite sucking the life out of all the employed people. You know? And a lot of agencies give you that feeling.
Everybody who comes here deserves to be helped. They deserve the next meal that they get. They deserve to be treated well. They deserve help to get forward. Mostly because I received that kind of help and encouragement in my life, and that it applies to everybody, that everybody just needs a little bit of help. Sometimes we have little kids down in the lobby and they are just having a little kid meltdown. But sometimes it's because they're hungry. And so I think of everybody kind of as that little kid of like, you really can't do what you need to do if you're focused on, if you're hungry. And so our job, it's just kind of one of those things that helps people get moving. If we help them get the food and the meals that they need for their family, they can take the next step that they need to move their family forward. And so hunger is just kind of that basic building block of helping our families move forward.
I hope that for the community that serves here, the volunteers and the people who donate to support us, I think that they leave it because they see that it really is possible to improve the lives of others and their own lives and the communities that we live in.
They help me, and I know they have a lot of more services here, so they just help when you're probably in need.
You can get quick service. They, I tell them about all the birth certificates, ID, food, baby things that they can get. It's a good place. It's a good place.